Well, it's good evening. Yes, we're celebrating tonight. Why are we celebrating? Well, we have to reach another milestone, and we have done it. I hope you like this anyway. Anyway, I was compelled by the Australian government to change my birth certificate. So now it is actually totally official, as you see here quickly. So now it's actually, I have to change my birth records, but unfortunately, they've kept my name on there as for tracing back for doing purposes of history or financial records and things like that. But officially, the new name is what you know it as. Because I don't believe in this. I don't believe in misrepresentation. I don't give people a false image. It's just it creates problems and it creates headaches. But so anyway, so I'm celebrating today because I was finally able to, change my license, so I get a new license. And that headache's all gone, registration's all changed now. Instead of having what we call a preferred name, sorry, I had glasses on, and that looks a bit poxy, isn't it? Sorry. Instead of having what we call a preferred name, it's in actual gone to a legal status or a legal name now. They're both legal. They both have their, but they both have limitations to what rights are entitled to demand and be. Oops, a bit of tip there, sorry. What your rights are, and in this case, I've been very fortunate that my rights have been fully, absolutely respected, even with my motor registration. I mean, I don't know, maybe discussions and talks with members of parliament and making them aware of maybe some transgender issues, and they don't want to admit it, but it seems like they might have changed their protocol, which is pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, instead of having to go get documents saying you've had sex changes and all the rest of it, all you have to prove is the truth and your honesty in what you're doing in your life, and that is in my case. I'm going to go forward. I will have my sex change, so there's no problem. It's just nice to have less problems and less shit and crap to deal with. So yeah, so we're down to one bottle. This is I didn't really want to change my birth certificate because I just really felt that was disrespectful to my parents. And, I lived 47 years as a male person, so I couldn't really see the point in deleting it or changing it or whatever, big deal. So what? It's not my problem. You can't handle my past. Because believe me, if you couldn't handle my past, you were definitely not going to be able to handle the future. Oh my God. My methods for light filtration not working too well enough. What else can I say? So everything's changed now, so it's all fully legal. Passport paperwork's going tomorrow, so that'll come back legal name. So that's done, sealed, finished, paid for, and so we're on the road, as they say. We're continuing going forward to doing the final transition. It's not final. That's the wrong word to use when you're going for a sexual reassignment surgery. It's not final. It's a part of your life transition. You will constantly grow. You'll constantly change. People will expect you to go overnight. Hey, act like a little girl. Or act like with this. You don't have to act like shit. Act like yourself. I mean, they don't like how you are who you are. That's their, really. I'm sorry for swearing you, but it's their fucking problem, not yours. And I'm speaking to you too from a 49-year-old person who's had to put up with all this crap. It's ridiculous, and I hopefully in some way things what some of us do make it easier for you people who may be thinking of having life-altering changes. Because believe me, if you don't think it's going to change your life, believe me, it does. Depending on who you are, I mean, you could be like Buck Angel. You can go from an absolute gorgeous, beautiful woman. I mean, she was a goddess, and to quite a handsome man who has a very distinguished career. Or you can be like many others. I mean, there's many beautiful women as well, transgender women. But it's the funniest part of all, and I really find this really funny is that Any woman can wear any piece of clothes. Any woman who's born with a vagina in between her legs. That's the easiest way. I'm sorry to put it like, but it's the only way to put it. Can wear any article of clothing and not be criticised or judged. But as soon as someone who's born with a penis, even though they may not really be that person, but they're born with that part of the body, as soon as they put on a female article of clothing, they're criticised or ridiculed, and it's that's really, really sad because we are in a modern world, and we should be beyond that by now. You'd hope so, anyway. What else has changed? Sense of trust for people. I mean, that definitely has changed recently, very much so. Don't really trust a lot of people these days, especially just in my local area, or that's probably the easiest way of putting it, in my local area or in my local state. Why? I'm not really sure. In many respects, whether it's just me or whether it's them or what's happened, but it seems I seem to have a closer and better relationship with girls who are, or especially other transgender girls anyway, who are out of the state or overseas, and that's a very interesting fact. And don't ask me why. I mean, I'm not that unbearable. I do have my moments, but they're very rare. It's probably been 19 months, let me think, probably maybe 2, maybe 3 occasions where I have no memory of what actually happened for about 3 or 4 hours, but that's rare. I mean, I only went out 9 times in 19 months, so you can't really criticise me too much. This is breaking the rules in some ways, drinking tonight, because it was a policy of no drinking, but in my own rules anyway, up to the sexual reassignment surgery. But rules are made to be broken at least a little bit, or bent. So it's a little bit of a bending. There's going to be probably one more time where I'll drink, and that's probably when I get my passport. I'll celebrate that. And after that, I'm not going to be drinking, my goal is, because my plan is the 5th week or 6th week after my surgery is to crack open a nice bottle of Grange Hermitage with a nice steak, with prawn cocktails, and I would buy myself a beautiful company afterwards. So that's going to be the goals, and that's the plan. But who knows? No. How do I say? The future's unwritten, and the future can only be written with time. Nothing seems to be standing in the way at the present time. Things are falling into place in some ways. I have friends, and I'm not saying they're going to help me. I do have family, but I just don't ask for help. Very, very rarely in my life have I actually asked for help from another party. I've always been the one giving it. It's sad, isn't it? It's funny, hey? 47 years I'm the one giving out everything and helping everyone. But when you have life-changing alterations and you don't ask for help, but you don't deny help, you feel sadness that people can't understand what you're doing. I mean, that's probably the easiest way. I mean, fuck the voice. I mean, sorry. It wasn't an easy choice to destroy a life. That's what you do when you do this shit. You destroy your life. You destroy basically everything in my case, you destroy everything which was really, not perfect, but pretty cool. I don't know, it'd be cool living on the island of Crete in the middle of the Mediterranean, having beautiful views of a bay every morning, not really having to work, getting drunk, eating Greek food all day, partying most days, driving around on a scooter or a great big American yank tank, and walking away with 2 bags, basically. So I don't know, what extent would you go to change your life or to alter your life? I mean, I gave away a lot and I knew what I was doing. I mean, I made very wise, conscious choices. I knew what the roads ahead could be, as probably in some ways I can be very analytic. I may have a form of dyslexic when it comes to typing and writing, but I'm very analytic and very intellectual when it comes to working out things or taking perspectives of other people's ideology or my own planning or abilities. I do take in both characters. Yeah, I can be a fighter, I can be a wildcat, but most times everything I do is very logical and very well thought out. What else can we cover tonight? Because this is very interesting. Everything is going well. I still haven't made my final choices yet in accommodation, method of procedure, and the final place of the procedure is probably the easiest way to put it. I mean, I have a date, but I have a choice of where it can be done. I'm not unhappy of either place or where it is. One has more concern, but it's more of a, I don't know, probably a silly concern in some ways, but it's just concern and it's probably cheaper, but I can't say what's going to happen. What can I say? What else? I've had a lot of great support and well wishes from many friends, current friends from overseas who I've had great love and friendship with, and also a few old friends here which have decided to come and be part of my life. This is about putting it. So they're probably I trust these people very much so in many ways compared to many others who are local within my local area. Sad, isn't it? Yeah, but like I say, if you ever really want to find out who your real true friends are, there's probably 4 surefire methods you will find out who your friends are. And I can tell you this from personal experiences, as and I, no doubt, I had hundreds and thousands of friends. Easy, everyone would say they were my friend or they knew me or whatever for some silly reason. But anyway, tell them and don't go and do transgender hormone treatment, become a man from a woman, and tell them you stop smoking pot. And believe me, you will have bugger all friends left, and it's amazing how just 2 things like that, you think, that wouldn't bother many, but it does. So anyway, this is another thing, which is really weird. I never really liked this shit before, but I can't say it's the hormones or whatever, or maybe it's just the freedom within myself, but I do enjoy a bit of bubbly these days. You must tell because I'm talking to you right now, and I've had 1 bottle anyway. So we still got a bottle to go because it's celebration night. But thank you for sharing this time with me tonight. Gabriella Janice Wissel says hello, thank you. And Gary Wissel says goodbye because he's no longer existent. So be safe, be happy, enjoy life, and what can I say? I will be going live on YouTube in the future. I plan to. When I'm over in Thailand, I plan to do as much live streaming as I can. One, to share with other people who haven't got the abilities or the financial capabilities to come in to share it with me, who are pretty cool chicks. I get a lot of love from them. And secondly, for other transgender women or men who may be thinking about doing it in the future. And to give my haters something to think about. Something to talk about. I'd hate to think that, on January the 26th, 2013, when you're celebrating Australia Day, having a beer with your UDL, and the Barbie's going, and there's chops and sausages on there. That when you get given a sausage, you'll be thinking, oh fuck, Whistle's having his chop. Well, it's not he, it's she. So anyway, so let's get it right. And have a great time, be good, be safe. Be honest whoever you're with. As I say, honesty hurts. Lying's easy and it's not worth it. I mean, don't lie to yourself, so don't lie to anyone else. It's not worth it. And it's only the haters which can lie, because that's the only way they get any enjoyment. Cheers.